Hello YouTube! Today in the Naughty Librarian, I am doing a double unboxing. Alright, I got 2 boxes right in a row, and I was like, okay, I can't wait that long to open them, because one of them is going to have a lot of surprises in it, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm like, alright, let's go. Let's do this now. It's happening. First things first, I got my Book of the Month box, yay! It's my birthday month, so you get a free add-on on your birthday month. So, took advantage of the savings. First up in my box, I got The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. So, this is a sequel but a prequel. I read the other book, Magic Lessons, which is a prequel to this one. So then I'm gonna read this one, and then I'll read the first book published, which is actually the 3rd book of the series. It's all very Star Wars, I guess, but I don't know. They're being told backwards, but I'm reading them chronologically. Whatever. This is in the 1960s in New York. We're following Jet and Franny, which I am told, in the blurb at least, that these are the aunts from Practical Magic. I haven't read Practical Magic yet, so I don't know. But they come into play later, and this is kind of their story of them being like young women in the 60s. It's like magic, this family, lots of witches in it. They just got witch blood in their family. It's like a genetic thing. And they're also cursed. Like, I've already read the 1st book, so I know all about this curse. Like, I read it first. So it was a cursed cast. Basically, anyone who falls in love with an Owens woman is doomed. So the girls try to not fall in love with people because it'll just doom them. So, you know, they got some issues. And it's also the wild 60s in New York, and the world is vastly changing, and I don't know, I'm very fascinated by it. I think I might just read it right away. I don't know, I just read the other book recently, so it's kind of fresh in my brain. I think I might just dig into this one, actually. I don't really want to wait. I think we're gonna dig in. I also got a copy of Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. I'm so intrigued by this one. It's been on my radar for a bit, and I just hadn't, like, planned on reading it, but then it just kind of came into my life, so now I have it. We're following this young woman named Grace. She recently just got her PhD. She has no idea what she's going to do with it, but, you know, she's kind of at the precipice of life. And she's like, all right, let's go to Vegas. It's like not something she normally does, but she goes to Vegas. Whoopsie daisy, gets drunkenly married to this woman named Yuki. But she decides to go with it, have the adventure. So she flees her Portland home, goes to New York with Yuki for the summer to see where it's gonna go. I mean, they're married already. Might as well see if it's gonna work. And then, you know, things happen, probably growth, personal development. I think she has to face a lot of fears along the way. And I don't know, I was kind of into it. I do like the whoops, I woke up married trope. And this one's fun because it's also LGBTQ, it's diverse, and I don't know, it has like a lot of things that are like fascinating to me. I think it might like hit me in the feels though, so I have to like prepare. Or at least just have a lot of chocolate, because that'll make me feel better when I'm having sad parts in the book. But yeah, it's been on my radar, and I'm definitely curious about it. The last book of this box was We Could Be Heroes by Chen. Now, I had never heard of this book before, but I was just like browsing add-ons and I saw this and I was like, that seems awesome. This is like a sci-fi superhero kind of story. We're following these 2 characters, Jamie and Zoe, and one morning they wake up with no memories, but they do have superpowers now. So strange things are happening, and neither of these people are like, wow, that's a person that should have superpowers. These are just normal people. Just like, now I have superpowers, but it doesn't make me like an amazing hero. Like, I think Jamie has the ability to erase or alter other people's memories. So he basically just uses his ability mainly to rob banks so he can just buy cat food and books. Like, he's not even robbing banks for like a lot of money. And then you have Zoe, and she has like super strength and super speed, and she's like delivers fast food. So like, you know, they're not people who are like, wow, you're not Captain America. You're just like this guy down the street. So they're like very unlikely superheroes. And then finally their paths cross, and they kind of like, hey, I think this might be the key to figuring out what's going on here. We should team up. And then things happen where they team up. And I was like so intrigued by the plot, just unlikely superheroes, because I just don't want to see like a superhero with like good intentions. Not that they're super villains, but it's just like, you know what, if I got the power of telekinesis, Like, I would just use it for stupid shit. Like, I would just be like, remote. Or like grabbing things from another room, but like a soda. Like, I wouldn't be using it for like world-changing things probably most of the time. So it's kind of an interesting idea to play with, and I was like into it. I really hadn't heard of this book before, and I like the premise. I want to try it out. Also, I got a box from My Guilty Pleasures Book Crate. I am an affiliate for them. My code and link is down below. If you use the code MGP Librarian 10, you get 10% off everything on the website. I remember the first time I talked about my code, like there was issues with it working or not. Those are all fixed. It works now for sure. So 10% off anything on the site. Very exciting. And I got another box. Let's see what's in it. I'm pumped. Well, first things first, we get an exclusive candle every month, and this is by Flicker Wicks, and it's called The Beast, and it is sandalwood and dark spices, so it smells like every dude in a book ever. They always smell like sandalwood and spices. All of them. Tell me one who doesn't. They all smell like that. Glitter! There's glitter. Okay, sorry, I get so excited for glitter. But this is really cool glitter because it's like gold, and it has that black rainbow glitter, the dark rainbow. I love dark rainbows. Oh man, like I love it. And yep, it smells like man smell, but like good man smell. Not like, you know, just armpits, but like it smells nice. Like it's definitely like cologne-y. I would say it's like a nice cologne. So I don't really know how much I would want the whole room to smell like that, because it's just like, that's cologne. But it's nice to sniff every once in a while. So yeah, it's cute. It's got nice glitter. It's a little candle, you know, it was doing its best work. Also, every month you get treats. I got a couple Airheads. I was literally just thinking about Airheads the other day. Literally the other day. And I was like, oh man, I haven't had an Airhead in years. Bam! I don't know how she always knows what candies I want, but like she knows. So I got orange and I got the mystery flavor. I'm always excited for the mystery. The mystery! And also, I got a little box, a little jewelry box. Oh, we're getting fancy. It's a necklace! And it's by Chubby Chico Charms. And they have a website. You can just Google Chubby Chico Charms. I'll put the info down below. But it's a little bookish necklace. It's so little, I don't know if you can see it at all, so I'll just read it to you. There is no such thing as too many books. So it's like a little bookworm necklace, and it's got like a solid chain. It's really thick. So yeah, it's a nice necklace for a book box. I'm like, oh shit. So I am impressed with the quality of this necklace. It is very cute. Love it. And now the books. I got all of the books because I am an affiliate, so I'm fancy. But there's multiple different types of books you can pick each month because everyone kind of has different romance leanings. So there's 3 different options you can pick from for book of the month. I also like that they're not so secretive about what books they're picking, so you can know like, oh, I definitely want that book. I'm gonna pick that option this month. So they have historical romance, they have new adult, and then they have like regular romance. So they have 3 different categories. Definitely fun. And so these are all of the books, I'm pretty sure. So I'm excited. Let's go. What books did I get? Let's start off with the historical romance picks. First things first, I have My Kind of Earl by Vivienne Lorret. And I haven't heard of Vivienne Lorret, but there's a lot of historical romance novels that I have never heard of. So who knows? Maybe it's good. I'm just gonna read you this one bit. So, a blue stocking search for information on the mating habits of scoundrels has her stumbling upon the missing heir to an earldom in the London underworld. So far it sounds really cool. So it's this woman named Jane. She never intended to start a brawl in a brothel, but she was there trying to research the mating habits of scoundrels. So she's in this brothel and like whoopsie daisy, fight starts and she meets this guy. And his name's Raven. He's part of the London Underground, you know, rapscallion living on the streets, etc. And she's like, you got a birthmark and I know where that birthmark comes from. You're an Earl. And he's like, what? And then they go into a full Beauty and the Beast montage of her trying to tame him and teach him like refined things. And also they're probably just going to like kiss a lot. And I don't know, I don't really know how he could inherit the earldom if he wasn't legitimized. So it's just strange because I don't think that's how the aristocracy works, but whatever. It's a historical romance. I just want to see nice dresses and dirty sex with dukes, or earls in this case. So whatever, I'm into it. I kind of think it's an interesting premise. I also got a copy of Beauty Tempts the Beast by Lorraine Heath. Now, I have a couple books by Lorraine Heath. Haven't read any of them, but I know she's quite popular. But let's just look at this cover for a hot second. Like, oh my word, it's so cheesy. I think it's the pink and purple and green together. There's just too many jewel tones. Too many jewel tones on this cover. It makes it look cheesier than it needs to be. Okay, you know what? I just read the blurb on this, and it's so stupid. It's so bad. It's like this cover became a blurb. It's like it matches crazily. Remember how cheesy I said this looked? There's a lot of cheese going on here. However, recently I have discovered that like a cheesy blurb isn't necessarily a deal breaker because sometimes the books are strangely good. But basically, there's this woman, Athena Stanwyck. Already, that is the most romance novel-y name. Athena Stanwyck. And she's like this lady, and she's perfect or whatever, and then she's like, oh, I'm gonna go marry a nice man, a lord, and then, uh-oh, scandal happens, and now she's penniless, and she's like, whoa, no! So she has this plan. She's like, okay, I know how I'm gonna get back into aristocracy. I'm gonna seduce him. Because, you know, seducing a bunch of dudes is really gonna help your reputation. So she's like, I need to learn how to seduce people. Hey, you guy, you're gonna teach me. And I shit you not, this guy's name is Benedict Truelove. His name is Truelove. What is happening? Benedict Truelove. He does not know his parentage, but he belongs in the dark side of London. So basically he's kind of a scoundrel character. And Athena's like, hey, teach me how to seduce people. And he's just like, what? Okay. So it seems very ridiculous. And the names are so ridiculous. Like, it just goes with the cover of the book. Like, this is so campy. I don't know. I'm gonna try it out. I've been wanting to read Lorraine Heath, but I don't know if this is gonna be her best work. The new adult pick was Room-maid by Sariah Wilson. You know what? I have given shit to books like this before, and sometimes they are strangely delightful. So we're basically following this girl, her name's Madison, and she has grown up very privileged and rich and probably sheltered, but she wants out. She doesn't want to be part of that world. She wants to have a normal life. So she becomes a teacher and then realizes, oh no, I have no money. So she's kind of down on her luck. She's living off her friend's couch, and so she's gone from very wealthy to very poor. And all she wants is her own place. She's tired of sleeping on this person's couch, so she finds this ad for an apartment. The only thing you have to do to get free room and board is to clean it. You have to be the live-in maid, and you get free room and board in this penthouse apartment, which already sounds like a serial killer is trying to find victims, frankly. Like, I would not go. This screams red flag. But anyway, she goes, and she's like, this is great! And so she's working for this guy named Tyler, and he's like a finance guy. He's just busy, so he needs someone to clean his house. And, you know, she grew up very rich and privileged, and she has never washed a dish in her life. So she's like, I have to figure out cleaning. And then, of course, like, Tyler ends up being very nice, and they probably, like, fall in love, obviously. Like, there's no probably about it. Like, obviously that's what's gonna happen. And you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot because you'll see in a later video coming on this channel, I have been pleasantly surprised by certain books that I have given shit to. So I have opened my mind to cheesier books lately because sometimes whoever writes the blurb on the back is not doing the book justice. This one is just very new adult. I feel like these characters might be a bit naive and, you know, new adults. So I'm definitely gonna give it a whirl. It might be strangely delightful. Who knows? The regular romance pick is Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. Funny enough, I recently got a copy of this, so now I have 2 copies. Perhaps I will be doing a giveaway for this. Stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at AmandaVenture. All the links are down below. Follow me. I do giveaways there from time to time. In the very near future, I shall be doing a giveaway for this extra copy I have. This book is basically just nerd love, and I'm so into it. I've been wanting to read this for quite some time. So we're following these 2 characters, Marcus and April. Marcus is a very famous actor. He's working on like a fantasy show, I think that's very popular, huge fandom. And his big secret is that he secretly writes fan fiction about all his frustrations with the show and where it's going. He writes fan fiction about it. And it's very popular fan fiction, surprisingly. And then you have April, also a big fanfic writer, and a stan of the show, loves it. And then one day she's finally like, you know what? I'm gonna show my cosplay to the world. And here's the deal. We kind of all know that a lot of fantasy fandoms are super toxic towards women, and a plus size woman in particular, like she gets a lot of backlash for it, which is like completely just uncool and stupid and terrible. And then Marcus finds out and he's just like, no, that's fucked up. Hey lady, you wanna go on a date with me? Let's go on a date. So he's doing like a nice guy thing. So he's gonna take her on a date. And they go out on the date and he's just like, oh, you're really cool. Like, I wanna go out again. And then like things kind of come into play, and then he realizes like, oh my gosh, we're fanfic friends. We have been talking on the internet on our fanfic pages. And then he's like, oh, I can't tell people because if people found out I was writing fanfic for the show, I would be fired for some reason. And so it's this big secret about fanfiction. It's just nerd love, and I'm so into it. I've been wanting to read it for so long. I have 2 copies now, so I'm super excited about getting to do a giveaway. I can share this book with another one of you, and you can have a great time reading it as well. Okay, so that was it. That's all I got in the My Guilty Pleasures book crate. And overall, like, I do enjoy this crate. It's kind of fun because it's not like just jam-packed with bookish doodads. Like, there's a lot of like book crate companies that have lots of like bookish doodads. And sometimes they're very nice things, you know? Like, I'm not like knocking those, but like, I have enough bookish doodads. Like, I have so much like merch from books. And sometimes, like, I get merch from books I don't even like, and then I just have extra stuff around my house. It's just stuff, you know what I mean? It's too much. So I kind of like that this one just gives you a couple things in a book, you know? It's not just a bunch of stuff in your house. So I got a candle that's useful, and I got a necklace, and I got some candy, and then books. Like, what more did I need, you know? I kind of like that it's just, like, not filling the book with, like, add-ons. It's just books and a treat and one other thing. It's just nice, you know? I kind of like not having a bunch of crap. Let me know in the comments down below, what's one of your favorite books you got in a book box? I'm sure a lot of my subscribers have gotten a book box in the past, or a book you were gifted even. What was it? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, make sure you go over to my Instagram and follow me in the very near future. I'm not sure what day I'm gonna do it yet, but it will be in the near future. I will be doing a giveaway for Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade, so yes, please come enter to win. It'll be a cool book to win. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!